Holy Cross against St. Mary's. And he makes it. Do you want to start the...
I already did.
Okay.
All right, we are back for our semifinal matchup in Normal at Kingsley Junior High School. Matchup today between the Holy Cross Crusaders and the Pontiac St. Mary's Saints. Again, I'd like to thank a couple of folks for making today's stream possible. Again, thanks to BC Hornet Sports Broadcasting and to Claire Taylor for helping us get the equipment over here to Normal. Really excited to broadcast this game for you for Holy Cross with a win a little bit earlier today. Secured a tie for the best finish in school history. And so today we're hoping to make and break a little history and get them into that championship game on Thursday. Win or lose, both of these teams will play on Thursday evening back here in the same gym. Winners will play for the championship at 7:30, and the losers will play at 6 o'clock for third place. So let's start, let's break down this game a little bit. Let's get you set up for how this matchup might go. Let's start by talking about Pontiac St. Mary's. They come into this afternoon's contest with a 24-4 record. Starting with regional play, they were the #1 seed in their regional, so they got a bye in the first round. In the regional semis, they took on Odell and took them down by a score of 49-18. In the final, they played Flanagan, beat Flanagan 44-23, and both of those games were played in Flanagan's gym, so always a little bit tough, even if you're a favored team, to win on somebody else's home court. Then on Monday in sectional play, St. Mary's took on Rantoul St. Malachy. Final score in that game was 48-28. And again, that game was played in Rantoul at St. Malachy's gym, so again, a bit of an achievement to go into somebody else's house and come away with a victory. One note about Rantoul St. Malachy, that's the team that Holy Cross has played a couple of times this season. And earlier this season, beat them by a score of 41-12. So if you only look at comparable scores, a bit of an advantage there maybe for Holy Cross. In the state quarters, in the first game of the day, St. Mary's took on Kewaunee Visitation. Took that game down with a win by a score of 38-34. When we got here to get set up and to get ready for this game, we took a look at the scoreboard, and the scoreboard said 20-8. Kewaunee Visitation was up. So a big comeback there by Pontiac St. Mary's, and I think the biggest takeaway I have from watching them finish that game and come back was that they didn't seem to be stressed at all. They weren't worried. They kept playing their game, and they did a nice job coming back. As we take a look at their roster just a little bit, they have a similar roster composition to Holy Cross, team of mostly 7th graders with one 6th grade guard. It does look like, though, their 6th grade guard is going to start for them, so which we appreciate. Pontiac is going to start Liam Lawrence, number 10. Again, he is that 6th grader. Number 12, Zane Pierce. Number 14, Graham Meninga. And it seemed like, as we were watching them play, Meninga was a focal point of their offense and did a little bit of everything for St. Mary's. Also going to start from Champ Daly and Daxel Collins. So for the Saints, again, that's Lawrence, Pierce, Meninga, Daly, and Collins. Take a quick look here at Holy Cross. Quick reminder of how they got here to this point in this state semifinal. They come into this game with a record of 24-2, so a matchup of 24-win teams in the state semifinal. Much like St. Mary's, Holy Cross was the #1 seed in their regional. They earned a first-round bye in that regional semifinal, beat Next Generation 52-10. in the championship beat Royal Prairie View Ogden 42-16. Again, those were on their home court. Then in the sectional championship on Monday in Danville at Danville Schlemmer, they beat Kansas 58-27. And then in the state quarterfinals here, just a couple hours ago, they beat Fort Heights Cottage Grove 41-28, so a 13-point victory for them. So if we just look at a couple of things, a couple of points of comparison, maybe again, we look at some common opponents. Holy Cross beat down Rantoul St. Malachy by a little bit more than St. Mary's did. If we look at another kind of common opponent, Maison Verona Kinsman is the team that Cottage Grove won their sectional against. They beat them by 3 points. And if we look at St. Mary's, they played them a little bit earlier in the season to beat them 52-36. So again, if we're doing the tainted analysis of how that looks, we might say that St. Mary's might be a little bit tougher opponents, given that they performed a little bit better against Maison Verona Kinsman. So again, nice matchup here, a couple of 24-win teams. Really excited to see how this turns out. Great seasons by both teams. Again, both teams will be here Thursday night, win or lose. They're certainly hoping to come away with a victory and put themselves in position to play for that state championship. But either way, set up to be a really nice matchup. As we take a look, though, at who both of these teams might be playing, that's another thing we can take a quick peek at. The two teams that will play after this game, and that'll be about 6:30, we'll have Effingham Sacred Heart versus Lincoln West and Lincoln Broadwell. And both of those are a couple of strong teams, so if we take a look specifically at their records, Lincoln West, Lincoln Broadwell, they're 27-1 now on the season, only have that one loss. And if we look at Effingham Sacred Heart, they are 20-4. So if we look at the Final Four teams, two of them have 4 losses, one of them has 1 loss, and one has 2. So a lot of success for these teams. Of course, you're going to be successful when you get to the state semifinals, but teams that are used to coming out on top in their respective matchups. So we've got both teams getting warmed up here on the court, looking for a lot of intensity from both teams. One of the things that I thought St. Mary's and, for the most part, Holy Cross did well in their respective games earlier today. Both of them took pretty good care of the basketball. Not a lot of turnovers. Both teams rebounded pretty well. The one thing that can get Holy Cross in trouble is their foul situation. They play with a lot of intensity. Jack Skibbis had 4 fouls for a while. Had to take a seat on the bench, got 2 in the first quarter. Charlie Young ended up with 3 fouls before that game was over. And Eli Marino had 2 fouls midway through the second quarter. So the aggression is good, at least 2 steals and some easy transition layups. But it can lead to foul trouble as well. If you look at both teams warming up on the court, one of the things that you might notice is that it seems like Holy Cross might have a size advantage. Again, Charlie Young is a 6'3.5", 6'4". Michael Hartnett, also tall. Jackson's got some height on him. Whereas St. Mary's doesn't seem to quite have that same kind of height. So you'd think for Holy Cross they'd have a little bit of a rebounding advantage, maybe an advantage in the paint. We'll have to see how it goes. One of the other things that will have to be done by Holy Cross if they want to be successful, what we saw as St. Mary's made the comeback that they made, once they start shooting from the outside, they make a couple in a row, they feel like they've got some momentum, then they can make the comeback. So Holy Cross is going to have to play good perimeter defense in addition to strong paint defense. They're going to have to rebound well with a team that can shoot from the outside and does shoot from the outside. One of the things that you can do to make your life a little bit easier on the defensive end is to rebound and hold them to 1 shot every time down the court.
They did say they were running a different defense, so they were going to be not crashing the paint as much and trying to keep shots not off the 3-point line.
Okay, so we heard at lunch that the defense is going to be a little bit different from Holy Cross than what we saw in the first game. Not going to crash the boards quite as hard, which will be interesting to see. We have to have some good boxing out then in the paint by our posts. And then it's just good awareness, right? Even if you're not crashing the boards, you have to be aware of when you have an opportunity to go get a loose ball. And what we've seen from both Eli Marino and Braden Ritter, even though they're guards, they're wings, they've shown an ability to get in and get rebounds and offensive rebounds and get buckets. But one of the things that is true in pretty much every game, the things that you have to do to be successful, you have to take care of the basketball, you have to rebound, you have to box out, have to find ways not to beat yourself. And then Holy Cross kind of got away with this a little bit in their first game. If you get to the free throw line, you need to make them at a reasonable clip. They're free points. Nobody's guarding you on defense, so you want to take advantage of those opportunities when they arise. And truthfully, they didn't do a great job with that in their quarterfinal game. All right, we've got about 3 minutes left to go. Again, I'm not entirely sure if we'll have the national anthem played or not. That's always a little bit of a question when we kind of have two separate sessions here. If they do that, what we'll do is we'll go silent here and we'll let them play the national anthem. We'll watch along with them. But for now, enjoy both of these teams warming up. If you have a chance, see one of these kids later or have their parents' phone numbers, I'm sure they would appreciate a quick shout out. Let them know that that you got to see them play and wish them well. And again, regardless of what happens, both these teams are playing on Thursday night. Anything else you noticed from the first games you want to share, Emily?
Don't back down. Both teams are capable of comebacks, so the game's not over until the whistle blows. That's
a very astute point. As we saw, Colton put up 9 points in about 3 minutes, maybe 2 minutes in the third quarter.
Yeah.
So even if Holy Cross would get down by double digits, and we've seen St. Mary's be down by double digits.
Right.
You're right. The game's not over until the final whistle blows. And again, on Holy Cross's side, Colton is the person who probably takes the biggest volume of threes and makes the biggest volume. But Braden Ritter, absolutely capable of putting together 2, 3, 4 3-pointers in a game. Eli Marino, same way. And the other thing that just realistically, when Charlie's in the game, a 3, even if it's missed, isn't necessarily a bad shot if it's within Charlie's arm's reach.
Right.
Sometimes a missed 3 is actually a layup just waiting to happen. All right, it looks like as we trickle down to a minute left, St. Mary's has gone to their bench. Holy Cross is going to go to their bench. And for the quarterfinal games, they announced every player on both sides. We'll see if they do that for this game as well, or if they're just going to do starting lineups. Nice, good-sized crowds from both sides here. I think Pontiac isn't too terribly far away here from Bloomington. Again, Champagne's just up the road. I know that the high school of St. Thomas More is having their annual gala tonight, which impacting maybe the Holy Cross attendance a little bit. Do also want to thank our cheerleaders again for being out here to cheer on the boys. I think some of them might have had volleyball this morning, so we were a little bit lighter on the cheerleading front this morning, but we've got a couple more girls that have showed up to root on the teams. We have our last couple of announcements from PA announced before the clock winds down to 0, and we'll be ready to go. St. Mary's looks like they've given their final instructions. They're ready to go. Holy Cross looks like they're ready to go. We have 3 officials over there standing at the scores table, so I think they're pretty much ready to go. Again, matchup of 24 win teams. You really hate for either team to have to go home with a loss tonight, but again, consolation is that win or lose. You get to come back on Thursday, play for a trophy, a plaque, which you get to take home to your school. One of the other things that we didn't see in the first game today for Holy Cross was that full court pressure. It would be interesting to see if and when they might deploy that today. Be interesting choices by Coach Stonecipher about how he wants to employ his defense and whether or not he wants to force pressure and try to force turnovers. text that to my mom? Can you text it to my mom? All right. Still a couple more announcements from the IESA. And we want to thank the IESA for allowing us to be here today. We want to thank Normal Kingsley as well, particularly Sylvester Davis, the athletic director here. Got us all set up so we could be live streaming and have this broadcast on YouTube. So big thanks to both IESA and Normal Kingsley. We appreciate your hospitality, opportunity to be here today. All right, now we're ready for the starting lineups. Again, we shouldn't have a lot of surprises on the starting lineup front. We got, I think, the normal starters for Holy Cross, but we're going to do St. Mary's first. So we're going to start with number 10, Liam Lawrence. Again, he is a 6th grader. Number 12 is going to be Zane Pierce. He's a 7th grader. Graham Meninga is a 7th grader. And again, we saw that he was an integral part of what they were doing in the first game. Also going to have number 15, Champ Daly, and number 23, Daxel Collins. And the starters for your Holy Cross Crusaders, we're going to start with number 3, Braden Ritter, number 10, Jax Gibbous, number 12, Eli Marino, number 21, Colton Stonecipher, and number 50, Charlie Young. Again, the Crusaders are coached by Shane Stonecipher and Rich Gibbous. St. Mary's is coached by Matt Milhauser and Adam Lawrence. All right, our officials have their jackets off. Looks like they're pretty much ready to go. On the tip for Holy Cross is going to be Charlie Young. No surprise there. And I'm trying to see if that's Champ or Graham. I think that might be Graham. Jax Gibbous, who gets it to Marino, and we're off. First possession of the game, Stonecipher cross court to Ritter. Ritter top of the key to Marino. Marino tries to dump it inside to Young. Young out to Stonecipher, dribble drive, pass to Young. Shot up and good. Quick 2 points for Holy Cross. Not quite as fast as they started last game, and they're going to bring out that full court pressure right away. St. Mary's going to throw it away. That's going to go to Holy Cross, so a turnover for St. Mary's. We mentioned pregame that pressure is something that Holy Cross is comfortable doing, but didn't break out much in the first half, but here we go. Ball inbound to Stonecipher. Stonecipher crosses the timeline, looks like a 2-3 zone into Ritter. Now the right corner to Stonecipher, he dribbles to the paint. Little floater from about 15 feet, up and good. Quick 4-point lead for Holy Cross. Again, that pressure put on by Holy Cross. St. Mary's, now another back. Now they're going to go to the left side. Get it to Meninga. Meninga drives into the front court. Dishes to the corner, 3-point shot. Up, no good. Rebound by Ritter. That shot put up by Collins. Stonecipher into the front court to Marino, right wing. Up, tried to dump it inside to Young. Bounce pass went awry. A little bit of a fast break here for St. Mary's. In the left corner, going to go to the left wing. Top of the key to Meninga. Over the right side, Daly. Back up top, Meninga for 3. No good. Rebound, Ritter. That's 2 already for him. Mentioned this in the first game. Always love it when the shortest guy in the court gets rebounds. Little full court pressure here by St. Mary's. And they're going to get a steal off of it. So turnover for Holy Cross. Cross court pass to the left side to Pierce. Pierce back up top to Collins. Collins to Meninga out at the 10-foot volleyball line over the right side. I think that's Daly. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound Marino. Stonecipher, Colton. Looks like a little half-court trap. He's going to throw it up to Marino. Marino has the numbers if he wants to take them. Pass into Gibbous in the post. Gibbous, left-handed layup, no good. Rebound Meninga. Meninga going to try to drive in transition. Colton, give him a little bump. Layup, rebound, no good. Loose on the ground, picked up by St. Mary's, but they're going to throw it out of bounds off the hands of Pierce. So St. Mary's is definitely willing to put on some pressure, even off a rebound, off a missed basket. Ball inbounded to Stonecipher into Marino. Marino drives to the right wing, down into the paint. Tried to make a bounce pass to Young. Knocked loose, collected by Ritter. 3-pointer up by Stonecipher, no good. Rebound Marino, up and good. Nice box out there by Jax Gibbous. He might have even been hooked a little bit but did a nice job for opening space for Marino. St. Mary's breaks the press quickly into the front court. Right side into the right corner. Collins, shot up and no good. Rebound Stonecipher. Colton up to Ritter across the timeline. Oh, tried to get it into Gibbous, but Meninga steals it. Up to Lawrence. Lawrence drives to the basket. And Marino made it all the way down. Almost had a steal, but stepped on the line as he tried to save it out of bounds. So that'll put, so we got a 6-0 advantage for Holy Cross. 3:16 left to play in the first quarter. 3-point shot gonna be up by Pierce. No good. Rebound Gibbous. Gibbous to Stonecipher. Stonecipher, quick pass up all the way to Marino in the front court. Layup is up and no good. They're gonna get a foul on Zane Pierce. So first foul of the ball game goes against Zane Pierce. Going to send Eli Marino to the free throw line to shoot 2. My favorite referee is not here, so we may get to check our shoes more than once. But Eli gets a chance to shoot a pair here. First shot is up and good. One of the things we mentioned pregame is if you do get opportunities at the free throw line, you do want to take advantage. Eli gets a chance to make it an 8-point advantage for Holy Cross. Couple of dribbles, eyes the rim, shot up, and good. Holy Cross going to take off the pressure, at least for a moment. Meninga into the front court, guarded by Stonecipher. Dribble drive to the left, up to the top key, Pierce. Into the game is Gray. I'm going to pass it to Gray at the top of the key. Kind of a man-to-man defense by Holy Cross. Meninga guarded by Stonecipher. Plenty of room. Now going to go to the right side to Pierce. Pierce dribbles top of the key, goes back to Lawrence. Lawrence drives, gets a screen. Back to Meninga. He's going to be trailed by Stonecipher out in the corner now. 3-point shot up by Pierce. No good. Rebound, Young. Young to Ritter. Ritter getting trapped. Looking for some help. Finds Marino. Marino at the left side to Stonecipher. Stonecipher across the timeline. Drives to the basket. Going to pull it back. Drop it off to... That's 3 rebounds in the first quarter. Eli Marino, right corner. 3-point shot. Good. That's Holy Cross up 11-0 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Meninga brings the ball across the timeline for St. Mary's. Double screen. Ritter picks him up. Drives to the basket. Dish off to Pierce. Sorry, that was Lawrence. Lawrence back to Meninga. Guarded by Ritter now. A little bit of a height disadvantage. They'll switch back. A little bit of weave up at the top. Lawrence to Pierce. Pierce, oh, little switch. They made it work. Back up top. Drive to the basket. Pass down low to Gray. Put a shot up. Going to get a foul on Charlie Young. That'll be foul number 1 for him. That's not ideal, but also not a terrible big concern. Going to have 2 shots here for Reed Gray. And that's not, again, a terribly big deal because we'll also see Michael Hartnett check into the game after this free throw, and Charlie's going to have a little bit of a break anyway. Gray, first of 2, is up and good. Gets St. Mary's on the scoreboard. Nice round of applause for Charlie. Charlie did some nice work in there. And again, that's not a bad foul anyway. Never a bad position to make a big guy shoot 2 free throws and instead of letting him have a layup. Gray's second shot is up and no good. Rebound Ritter, and I'm pretty sure that's 5. Braden on the fast break. He's going to pull it back and slow it down, drop it off to Stonecipher. Stonecipher to the top of the key. Over to Marino, back to Stonecipher up top. Right side to Ritter. Ritter pass down to Gibbous. Gibbous tries to make a move, out to Ritter. Stonecipher for 3 from the right wing. No good. Rebound Meninga. Meninga all the way up to Lawrence in the front court. Lawrence drives to the basket. Good defense there by Stonecipher. Rebound Marino. 2-point shot was no good. Left wing for Stonecipher. Left wing Marino. Gonna try to dump it into Gibbous. Couldn't get there. Stonecipher and Daly jostling for the ball. Looks like it's going to be off Colton. And checking in for St. Mary's. Back into the game is Daxel Collins. And checking in for Holy Cross, John Fletcher. Fletcher in for Jax Gibbous. Baseline out of bounds for St. Mary's. They get it in the right corner. 3-point shot for Collins. Good. Makes it a 7-point game. Holy Cross on top, 11-4. Back to Colton. Colton now trapped and needs some help. Now we're going to get a little bit of a bailout there. That would have been trouble if it weren't for the foul. Looks like that's going to be on number 10, Liam Lawrence. That'll be his first. Holy Cross will inbound from right in front of us here. Get into Stonecipher. Stonecipher back to Ritter. Ritter going to put up a 3. Ooh, in and out. Fletcher almost had the rebound. 2-on-1 fast break for St. Mary's. Nice job by Colton not to foul. Oh, Meninga had a layup if he wanted it. 3-point for Collins is up and good though. Makes it 11-7. Almost a steal by St. Mary's. They've got a 5-on-4 advantage if they want to take it. Nice pass down into Hartnett. Hartnett stumble with it, gets it outside. 3-pointer for Colton, no good. Rebound Hartnett. 2-point shot up, no good for him. Meninga with the rebound, and that'll be the quarter. A lot of good play there. Our quarter score, Holy Cross 11, St. Mary's 7. So a really hot start for Holy Cross. They were up 11-1, and then 2 3-pointers in a row from Daxel Collins brought this game, made it a lot closer. So it's just a 4-point game. We're coming back. St. Mary's out of the quarter break will have the ball. The chance to make it a 1-possession game. Be interesting to see what kind of changes Holy Cross might make on the defensive end. With Collins hitting a couple of threes, we saw that in the first game of the day that once they start to hit a couple, they seem to feed off of each other and they start coming in waves. Looks like coming out of the quarter break, looks like we'll have Jax Gibbous checking back in for Holy Cross. Don't think I see any changes for St. Mary's coming out of the break. Looks like they're still running with Lawrence, Pierce, Meninga, Daly, and Collins. Looks like Holy Cross is going to go with a 2-3 zone now. On the left side to Pierce, down in the corner to Collins. Collins could have called the travel maybe, but Pierce put up a 3, it's no good. Rebound to Gibbous. Gets it to Stonecipher, to Ritter into the front court. Now they're bringing that pressure, drops it off to Gibbous. Gibbous looking for somebody, but takes a little 12-footer. Rebound to Marino. Marino out to Stonecipher. Had a shot at that corner 3, but passed it up. Back to Eli, down to Hartnett. Hartnett back up top to Stonecipher. Long 3, good. Big 3, nice answer for Holy Cross. Push it back to a 7-point advantage. Meninga brings the ball up across the timeline to the right side to Pierce. Pierce down in the corner to Collins. Collins back up to Pierce. Again, that 2-3 zone now from Holy Cross, trying to, I think, prevent some of those threes off the rebounds. Into Lawrence. Lawrence to Meninga, who drives in over the left wing. Down in the corner, back up top. 3-point shot by Liam Lawrence. No good. Rebound, Eli Marino. Marino in transition is going to bring the ball up the court himself as a lefty. Gets it to Stonecipher on the left wing. Colton, a little bit of a tough spot there. Gets it down to Hartnett. Hartnett to Marino. Marino to Ritter. Ritter puts up a 3 of his own. In and out. Hartnett with the rebound, though, and the putback is good. Nice job by Michael Hartnett. First 2 points of the state tournament series puts Holy Cross up 16-7 with 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Colton, Stonecipher there directing traffic a little bit on that zone. Saw that Collins was going down to the corner. Give us a heads up. Charlie Young checking back in for Holy Cross. Michael Hartnett gets to take a rest. Also checking back in, Reed Gray for St. Mary's. Collins, I think, is the one who took a seat for them. Meninga inbounds up top. Gets it to Daly. Daly in the right corner to Meninga. Meninga's going to test that defense, but throws it away. Stolen by Ritter. Ritter brings it in the front court. Now just going to pull it back and set up the offense. Marino, Stonecipher. Stonecipher to Young. Young puts up the shot. No good. Rebound Gibbous. Gibbous up and good. Nice position. Rebound for Jax. Puts Holy Cross back up by 11. Now the right corner is St. Mary's up top. Back to Meninga. Tried to dump it inside to Gray, stolen by Gibbous. Gibbous to Marino. To Stonecipher, back to Marino. Now they're going to push it a little bit. Now he's trapped. Finds Gibbous. Gibbous puts up a tough shot, but Young with the rebound, no good. Rebound Gray. St. Mary's looking to push the pace a little bit. Right side to Lawrence. Lawrence drives in, goes cross court, through the hands of Daly and out of bounds. So 3.5 minutes to play. We've got Holy Cross 18, St. Mary's 7. We're doing another shoe check. Which is fine by me. I don't want to see anybody trip on their shoelaces and get hurt, turn an ankle. We're here to see the kids play. Marino inbounds to Ritter. Ritter brings the ball across the timeline. Back to Marino at the top of the key. Marino dribbles right, hands off to Ritter. Ritter down in the corner, drop it to Gibbous. Gibbous looks for a cutter, but it's going to be stolen. Stolen, but then we're going to have a jump ball. Ball's going to stay with Holy Cross. One of the things I tell my post players, if you get the ball in the post, don't bring it down to your waist, because then those little short guards, those pesky guys, they come in and they try to knock it away. That's what St. Mary's did right there. So Marino inbounds underneath his own basket. Tried to throw it to Young, but stolen by Meninga. And St. Mary's is going to push the pace a little bit. Lawrence now to the right side to Meninga. Meninga thought about a three, stops, pops a 15-footer. Rebound Gibbous. Throws it up to Ritter. Ritter's going to have the ball stolen away from him by Daly. And he's going to put up a layup. No good. Rebound Marino. Marino gets across court to Stonecipher. Stonecipher's going to bring the ball up the court. Across the timeline with no pressure. Gets it to Marino. He's going to drive toward the basket. Going to pull it back to Stonecipher. Ball was knocked out of bounds by Daly. And Michael Hartnett going to check back into the game for Holy Cross. Charlie Young going to take a little bit of rest. Also checking back in is Daxel Collins for St. Mary's. Champ Daly will take a seat. Marino to inbound. Throws it up top to Gibbous. Gibbous with a hands off to Stonecipher. Got it to Ritter. A little bit tough to handle. Knocked out of bounds by Ritter. That'll be turnover for Holy Cross. Still, an 11-point advantage for Holy Cross. Just over 2.5 minutes left in this first half. St. Mary's inbounds to Meninga. Meninga's going to bring the ball across the timeline against that 2-3 zone. Gets it to Pierce. Pierce dribbles to the top of the key. Guarded by Stonecipher to Lawrence. Left side to Collins. Collins cross court to Pierce. Pierce didn't seem like he was ready to take a shot. Now Meninga up top. Collins going to put up that long three. It's going to be short. Rebound Ritter. Again, for an unofficial count, that's 6 for the shortest guy on the court. To Stonecipher, back the right side to Ritter, and they'll set the offense. Cross court to Marino. Marino could have taken that three. It was open. Instead, Stonecipher dribbles to the basket. Had a good look to Hartnett. Just a little bit of miscommunication. Colton thought Michael was going to cut toward the basket just a little bit more, and instead it's a pass out of bounds. And St. Mary's trying to cut that lead back to single digits. In the front court to Pierce, to the right side to Lawrence. It's that 2-3 zone. Ball's going to be knocked away and stolen by Marino. Eli goes front court. Tried to go front court to Stonecipher, but a nice job by Liam Lawrence knocking that ball out of bounds. Marino to inbound from the sideline. Going to hit Ritter. Ritter, tried to put up the corner three. Nice job by Liam Lawrence with a block shot. And we'll see Champ Daly check back in for St. Mary's, and Reed Gray will take a seat. Marino to inbounds to Hartnett. Hartnett to Ritter. Ritter drives toward the basket, puts up a 2-point shot. It's up and good. Nice job by Braden. He saw some open daylight toward the paint, took it, and got a basket. Meninga brings the ball across the timeline for St. Mary's. 13-point advantage for Holy Cross. Still playing that 2-3 zone, trying to make sure that Collins doesn't get those threes off. Collins with the ball now, gets to Meninga. Up top to Lawrence. Lawrence is going to put up a three of his own. It's going to be long. Rebound, Braden Ritter. Ritter to Marino. Marino, the lefty, drives toward the basket. Tries to make a pass to Hartnett. Stolen by Meninga. Stolen back by Stonecipher. Stonecipher to Ritter. With just under a minute to play, things have gotten a little bit helter-skelter here. Eli finds the pass Looks for Hartnett. Hartnett puts up a shot. It's no good, but he's going to be fouled. So Michael Hartnett will go to the free throw line with a chance to score a couple points. Chance to get this up to a 15-point advantage for Holy Cross. See Brody Oliveira over there at the scorer's table, probably to get Jack Skibbis a little bit of a rest here before halftime. Michael's first shot up and a little bit short. He looked pretty good, but it was just a tiny bit short. That foul for St. Mary's went against Daxel Collins, their three-point machine. Michael Hartnett with one more free throw upcoming. That one's up, also a little bit short. Rebound to Meninga. Oh, St. Mary's had a wide open Liam Lawrence in transition and just couldn't see him. Either way, we've got about 30 seconds here in this quarter left. Collins dribbles top the key, goes to Meninga. Meninga's going to put that shot up, I'm sure. It's going to be no good. Rebound to Hartnett. Hartnett to Marino, 20 seconds left. Got a 3-on-2 if they want to push the pace. They're going to pull it back, get it to Ritter. Cross court to Stonecipher. Stonecipher to Marino. Marino, three-point shot. It's going to be long. Off Meninga. Ball's going to eventually be knocked out by Braden Ritter, leaving just 6 seconds on the clock here in this first half. For Holy Cross, you really would like to lead here with this 13-point advantage. Into Meninga. Meninga picked up by Stonecipher. They're going to pass it up to the top. Now they're going to go to the right side. Three-point shot up, no good by Liam Lawrence, and that'll be the half. Our halftime score here at Normal Kingsley, Holy Cross 20, St. Mary's 7. We're real quiet for a couple minutes, pull together a couple of stats for you. We'll be back in about 2 minutes, give or take. All right, welcome back to our halftime here of the state semifinal game between Pontiac St. Mary's and Champaign Holy Cross. Let's take a quick look at the stats from the first half. Let's start with Pontiac St. Mary's. They are led in scoring by Daxel Collins. Collins had 2 3-pointers in that first quarter. He has 6 points. Reed Gray was 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He has 1 point. And that accounts for the 7 points for St. Mary's. Take a look at the shooting numbers. St. Mary's was 0 for 4 from 2-point range, so 0%. They were 2 of 14 from 3, so 14% from 3. 2 of 18 overall, so only shooting 11%. And then if you notice, what Holy Cross did in the second quarter there was hold St. Mary's scoreless. So they went with some of that pressure. They went with a little bit of a man-to-man, got burned by a couple of threes from Daxel Collins, and they decided to make a switch. And I would argue that that was a pretty successful switch there by Coach Stonecipher. I think Collins only got one really decent look at a three after that, and it was a longer look as well. We'll go ahead and flip on over to the Holy Cross side of things. They're led in scoring by Eli Marino. Eli has 7 points. Colton Stonecipher has 5. And then we've got a quartet of Crusaders with 2 points each. Braden Ritter's got a 2, Charlie Young got 2, Jax Gibbous got 2, and Michael Hartnett got 2 as well. Take a look at the shooting numbers. Holy Cross was 2 of 10 from 3-point range for 20%, 6 of 12 from 2-point range for 50%, and 8 of 22 overall from the field for 44%. Holy Cross had 2 free throw attempts and made them both, I think, if that math. Oh, they're 2 of 4 from free throw line. Marino made his 2 and Hartnett missed his 2. And our halftime score, again, is 20-17. After one, it was 11-7 Holy Cross, and then Holy Cross outscored St. Mary's 9-0 in the second quarter. Just a master clinic on defense.
You said 2017. It's 20-7.
20
We're
to
up
7.
by 13.
Up by 13. Yeah, that math. Thank you, Emily. One of the things that, if you're looking at second half adjustments, I think Holy Cross should probably stick with that 2-3 zone. I think it limits the threes a little bit. They're really good at scrambling and cutting people off and at least making a contested three. Open threes versus contested threes is a big difference at any level, but particularly at the middle school level. You don't see a lot of contested threes go in. So I think that 2-3 zone might be smart down the stretch here for Holy Cross. Again, the thing you have to remember about St. Mary's, though, just about, let's see, 10:45 was how long ago? About 5 hours ago. St. Mary's was in a pretty similar position. They were down 12 at half.
Yep.
And came back and won that game by 4. And the score wasn't terribly different at half then either.
No, very, very similar.
I think they might have had 12 at half, so they were shooting a little bit better. But their opponent was shooting a little bit better as well at Kewanee Visitation. So one of the things that, if you're Holy Cross, is you can't let up thinking that you've got a lead and you can just kind of sail through the rest of this game. You've got to come out, you've got to put some points on the board, you have to get some stops, and you got to make St. Mary's work for everything, every possession, every basket. No freebies, because we've seen once they get hot, they can put a bunch in a row in. And Daxel Collins is the one who put in all those buckets, both of those threes in that first quarter. Just taking a look here to see if we had stats from the first game on who scored points for St. Mary's. We know Meninga can play, even if he's not scoring baskets. He's moving the ball in transition, dribbling, penetrating, getting easy shots for other folks. But either way, if you're Holy Cross, the biggest thing I think that you have to do is continue to play solid defense. Play solid defense. I mean, again, if you can hold them, even if they got twice as many points in the second half as they got in the first half, you need to score 1 basket to win the game. And I don't think that's Holy Cross's plan. I don't think that's what Coach Stonecipher would be looking for, out of this game. But if you can play defense that's similar to how you played defense in the first half, you're going to come away with probably a victory. Here we go. Let's take a look real quick at the point scorers for St. Mary's in that first game. Meninga had 19 points in the first game. He made 4 threes all by himself. Daxel Collins had 4 points. Sorry, Dexel Collins had 2 threes. Dexton Sullivan, who hasn't been in the game yet, he hit a 3. Liam Lawrence hit a 3. So one of the things that, again, you can't let Meninga get hot, because if he gets hot, he can be a big problem for Holy Cross. All right, we're about a minute and a half from starting. We've got about a minute and a half before we get started with the second quarter here. Sorry, the second half. Both teams are getting up their last couple of shots here before we get going. Well, we've got just a minute. We'll also fill you in on the Illinois game. Started at 5. Illinois up 24-18 over Minnesota, halfway through the first half. And that was the buzzer. Both teams are gathered around their coaches, get some last-second instructions before we get going for half number 2 of state semifinal game number 1 between Holy Cross and St. Mary's. St. Mary's will start with possession. Holy Cross going to be on defense. And it looks like a lot of the starters from Holy Cross out there, so they'll start with Ritter, Stonecipher, Gibbous, Young, and Marino. And for St. Mary's, it looks like their starters as well. Looks like Lawrence, Pierce, Meninga, Daly, and Collins. Again, Reed Gray was the only other Saint to get in the game. And here we go. At the top of the key, it's Lawrence. Lawrence to Meninga, right side to Pierce. Pierce down in the corner. Collins. Collins again trying to find that three-point shot. Gets it up top to Pierce. Pierce to Lawrence. Lawrence now back to the left side to Lawrence. Lawrence with 3, no good. Ball knocked around to Collins. Collins going to try to make a pass to Meninga, but it's going to be stolen, tipped away by Stonecipher and picked up by Ritter. Ritter into the front court, gets to Stonecipher, left wing, drive to the basket, drops it off for Young. Young shot, no good. Rebound Gibbous. Gibbous shot, no good. Rebound Young, up and in. As we've talked about, one of the things you can't teach is height. Charlie Young has height in spades. St. Mary's into the front court, over the right side to Meninga, top of the key, corner Collins. Collins going to drive baseline, go to the corner, up top to Lawrence. Lawrence going to put up a 3 from the left wing, in and out, no good. Rebound Young. Young to Marino. Marino faces a little bit of pressure, dribbles through it, gets it to Gibbous. Gibbous to Marino. Marino right corner to Stonecipher, 3-point shot, no good. Rebound Marino. Marino drives into the basket, no good. Rebound Meninga. Meninga outlets to Lawrence. Lawrence into the front court along the left wing. Picked up there by Gibbous and back to Meninga. Back to Lawrence. Meninga. Meninga to the right side to Pierce. Pierce drops into Meninga, back to Collins. Collins 3-point shot up, no good. Oh, it did bounce in. So that's 3 3-pointers for Daxel Collins. He's got 9 of St. Mary's 10 points. Holy Cross in the front court to Gibbous. Gibbous to Ritter. Ritter trapped. And we're going to call it jump ball. And possession arrow is going to stay with Holy Cross. Marino to inbound. Gets it to Stonecipher. Stonecipher with a little floater in the lane. Up and good. Makes our score 24-10. Ball quickly inbounded by St. Mary's. Meninga, top of the key. Goes the right side to Pierce. Pierce looking for Collins. Collins another 3, no good. Long rebound, collected by Stonecipher. Tips it ahead. He's going to try to shoot the layup. Oh, and they're going to call a foul. I'm not sure that I saw a ton of contact there, but officials are closer than I am, and they have a different angle. Gonna send Colton to the free throw line to shoot 2. Foul for St. Mary's was on Graham Meninga. That'll be his first. Colton to the free throw line. First shot is up, and it's a little bit long. Reed Gray going to check into the game for the Saints. Sends Champ Daly to the bench for a little bit of a rest. Their lineup looks a little bit different with Gray in there. He's definitely got the most size of anyone not named Graham Meninga for St. Mary's. Colton, one more free throw, took a deep breath, gets a couple dribbles in, bends the knees, shots up, and it's good. 15-point advantage for Holy Cross. Meninga brings the ball across the timeline, gonna dribble into the lane, stops just in front of the free throw line, shot is no good, rebound controlled by Young to Stonecipher. Now gonna push the pace just a little bit, looking for, oh, he's gonna take that 3 at the top of the key, and it's good. And St. Mary's is gonna call a timeout. I really thought Colton was gonna pass it to Eli for the corner 3, but when nobody picked him up, he's had that wide open three-pointer all to himself, and he nailed it. Again, want to do a quick thank you to our cheerleaders for being here today. They've been an integral part of getting the fans excited and riled up. Although our fans tend to be pretty excitable as well, especially Mr. Oliveira. You may have seen him on the Telegraph Herald or the TH website. Sorry, the News Gazette website. All right, we've got 3 minutes and 24 seconds left here in the third quarter. Holy Cross on top by a score of 28-10. It's a full timeout by St. Mary's. And it looks like no changes for Holy Cross. They're going to keep going with their starters. And Charlie Young often gets a stop at about 3 minutes, sometimes 2 minutes. So a little bit of a break actually maybe benefits Holy Cross and keeps Charlie on the floor a little bit longer. All right, St. Mary's brings the ball across the timeline. Meninga to Pierce. Pierce to Meninga. Meninga dribbles left, hands it off to Lawrence. Lawrence dribbles, hands it off to Pierce at the top, picked up by Marino. Back to that man-to-man defense. Stonecipher on Meninga. A little bit of help from Gibbous. Shots up, no good. Rebound, controlled by Stonecipher, gets it to Marino. Marino thought about pushing the pace a little bit, pulls it back, gets it to Stonecipher. Stonecipher gonna dribble in, gonna go into the lane, bounce pass to Charlie Young, 2-point shot up and good. If you've only seen Colton play here at the state tournament, you might think that Colton's best skill is his shooting, and don't get me wrong, he's an excellent shooter, but I think his court vision is actually his best skill. Meninga dribbles, baseline for reverse layup, no good, rebound Young. Young to Stonecipher. Up front to Marino. And they're gonna call Eli for a travel. Didn't quite get that dribble down quite soon enough. And we'll see Michael Hartnett come in for Charlie Young. Michael's got a couple of points on the evening already. And a couple of nice rebounds. He's had a nice day so far at the tournament, especially having been sick for a good chunk of the week. Meninga, top of the key to Lawrence. Lawrence gonna launch that 3-point shot. Unguarded rebound, controlled by Hartnett. Hartnett to Stonecipher. Again, a little bit of pressure put on by Pierce. Left wing to Marino. Marino drops it into Gibbous. Gibbous, one dribble, rebound, no good. Ball knocked away, and it's gonna go off of Meninga. So Braden Ritter that time didn't get the rebound, but forced the ball out of bounds off of Meninga. Gonna give Holy Cross an out of bounds play underneath their own basket. 2:04 left to play in the third quarter. 20-point advantage for Holy Cross. Ritter thought about the 3. Gonna pass it to Stonecipher for his own 3, and it's good. That one was a little deeper than I think Coach generally prefers, but when it goes in, he doesn't seem to care quite so much. Meninga gonna drive into the basket. Gonna get Colton, I think, on a reach for a foul. So for Colton, that should be foul number 1. I don't think he's got one yet. So that's foul number 1 for Colton. Into the game is gonna be John Fletcher. Fletch is gonna give Jax give us a little bit of a breather. Dax has been really active in on the glass and defending well. St. Mary's inbounds are going to throw it up to Gray. Gray is going to drop it up for Lawrence. Over to Collins. Collins on the left wing. Going to go to post. To Gray back up top. Collins. Collins thought about the three, didn't. I thought he traveled. I think all three officials were waiting for somebody else to call it, and somebody decided, I should blow this whistle. All right, sub for St. Mary's. Daly back in the game. Reed takes a seat. Sorry, Reed Gray takes a seat. Ball inbounded quickly to Holy Cross. Colton across the timeline, the right wing. Passes back to Ritter. Ritter dribbles, had the ball knocked away. Gonna call it kick ball on St. Mary's. So Holy Cross will inbound from right in front of their own bench. Marino to do the honors. Throws it to Fletcher. Fletcher back up top, Marino. Ritter, top of the key. Dribbles, pulls it down, drops it to Fletcher. Fletcher puts up a two-point shot. No good. Rebound, no rebound. Ball just goes out of bounds. Nice box out there. I think that was Meninga. Just let the ball go out of bounds. Ball goes over to St. Mary's. 1:18 left to play in this third quarter. 23-point advantage for Holy Cross. Left wing to Lawrence. Corner to Collins. Up top. Now the right wing to Pierce. Pierce puts up a three. No good. Rebound Marino. Right wing to left wing to Ritter. Ritter to Marino. Marino could have driven to the basket. Chose not to. Goes cross court to Stonecipher. Stonecipher. Little floater from about 15 feet. No good. Rebound Fletcher. Fletcher to Marino. Marino wide open. Missed the shot. Rebound Meninga. They're going to push the pressure. Push the pace. Here's Meninga. Goes into the basket. Two-point shot up and good for Graham Meninga. Ball inbounded quickly to Stonecipher. He brings it across the timeline. Dribbles across. Left wing. Pass down to Marino. Marino to Fletcher. Fletcher shoots. No good. Hartnett with good position. Fletcher after the rebound. Dives on the floor. And we're going to call it jump ball. That's going to go to St. Mary's. I mean, you'd like to see that shot go in for John just because it's nice to score in the state tournament. But did a great job following his rebound. Following his shot. Got his own rebound. Dove on the floor. Ball inbounded quickly. Left wing for Lawrence. Three's no good. Rebound Hartnett to Marino. Got just about 10 seconds left. Ritter, left wing. Ritter, has the ball stolen away by Daly. Daly into the front court. Nice job by Braden Ritter. Braden Ritter, unfortunately, it started that with a turnover, but hustles back, knocks the ball out of bounds, prevents the layup. And that speed you saw is one of the reasons he was an all-state cross-country runner this year. So with 2 seconds left here in the third quarter, St. Mary's will inbound underneath their own basket. Charlie Young guarding the inbounder. Only about 18 inches of height difference there. Gets into Collins. Collins throws up a shot. No good. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Our third quarter score, Holy Cross 33, St. Mary's 12. Another solid quarter for Holy Cross, and now they're 6 minutes away from playing for the state championship on Thursday. Do have to close it out. I wouldn't put it past St. Mary's to put up 10, 15, 18 points on threes. Our cheerleaders getting the crowd really excited. Mr. Oliveira doing his best to help everybody be excited as well. Lots of school spirit at Holy Cross. Mr. Oliveira did his best Stephen Colbert impersonation yesterday at the pep rally. I think the parents might have enjoyed the monologue more than the students, but it was enjoyable either way. For everybody except maybe Brody. I'm not sure Brody enjoyed it very much. All right, to start the fourth quarter, Holy Cross is going to have the ball. They get it into Stonecipher. Stonecipher to Marino. Drop it in for Young. Young hands off to Marino. Layup is good. 35-12 Holy Cross. In the front court to Collins. Collins, right wing. Three-point shot up and no good by Daly. Rebound Young to Stonecipher to Marino. Marino has a cutting Jax Gibbous. Gibbous pulls it down, picked up his dribble, drops it off to Colton. Falls on the ground, picked up by Ritter. Ritter to Gibbous. Gibbous to Marino. Marino dribbles toward the basket. Drop it off for Young. Young's two-point shot up, no good. Rebound Collins. Collins to Meninga. Meninga again pushing the pace, down by 20 plus. Got to get some shots up in a hurry. To Collins, up top to Meninga. 2-3 zone for Holy Cross. Little 12-footer for Meninga, up and good. 35-14. Got 5 minutes left to play. Marino into the front court. Has nice cut by Stonecipher, no good, but a rebound by Charlie Young. And a layup. Puts Holy Cross back up by 23. Meninga in the front court to Collins. Collins to Daly. Daly up top to Pierce. Pierce. Now we're going to go to the left corner to Meninga for three. Ooh, hit the side of the backboard. I think Graham Meninga would like to take that one back. I think he rushed that just a little bit. Would have been a little bit better off if he'd set his feet just a little bit more and then taken a stronger shot. Pierce checks in for St. Mary's, and Lawrence takes a seat. Full court pressure put on by St. Mary's. Stonecipher breaks the pressure, goes to Ritter, crosses the timeline along the left side. Ritter dribbles toward the basket, picks it up, hands it off to Stonecipher. Stonecipher dribbles baseline. Pass into Young. Young fights through some pressure. Rebound controlled by Meninga. And Meninga's going to run. Question is, will anybody stop him? Eli gets the hands in there. We're going to call a foul on Eli, but I thought there was a lot of ball there personally. Either way, you don't want Graham Meninga to take a layup, so foul on the floor. Again, not a bad play. Probably Eli's first foul. 4:13 left to play. Meninga to inbound. Gets it in. I think that was Pierce. Shot up, no good. Rebound by Gray. He was fouled trying to make a pass out to Meninga, and I think that's going to be Charlie Young. Double check. Yep, that'll be a foul on Charlie. It's only his second. Nobody really in foul trouble for Holy Cross. Pass inbound to Meninga. Meninga dribbles up to the top of the keys, goes to the right side to Daly. Daly to Collins. Collins dribbles right side, hands it off to Pierce. Pierce dribbles top of the key, goes left side to Daly. Meninga. Meninga pump fake, dribbles into the lane, pass out. Three-point shot up and good by Champ Daly. And St. Mary's going to call a timeout. Sub in real quick. That'll send Liam Lawrence back into the game. So with 3:46 left to play in the fourth quarter, Holy Cross up 37-27. 20-point lead, 3 minutes and 46 seconds left to play. And again, we've seen St. Mary's get hot in the second half. They had to fight pretty hard to get those 3 points, that three-point shot, but one can turn into two, which can turn into 3 or 4 real fast. And we know Meninga can shoot from 3. He hit 4 in their quarterfinal game earlier. It's going to take 3 minutes and 46 seconds of good defense to wrap this thing up. One of the sayings for this Holy Cross team over the past couple weeks has been 74 feet of pressure, 24 minutes of misery. Trying to see if they can play that out for these last 3:46. Marino inbounds to Stonecipher. Quasi screen from Marino. Colton brings across the timeline himself. Pass to Gibbous. Gibbous drives to the lane. Shot no good. Was knocked away by Pierce. Pierce gets it to Meninga. Meninga going to bring the ball to the court. Goes in the corner. Back up top to Pierce. Pierce going to put up a 3. No good. Rebound Young. Young to Stonecipher. Again, some full court pressure. Left side to Marino. Marino drives to the basket, puts up a shot. No good. He's going to get fouled, though. I think that'll be Daxel Collins with that foul. Marino to shoot 2 free throws. That foul was on Collins. That's his second. Eli to shoot a pair. Up by 20. First shot is up and good for Eli Marino. Holy Cross up 38-17. And he gets one more. Second shot is up and also good. Switch throw. 22-point advantage for Holy Cross. 3:15 to play. 3-point shot by Collins is up. Nope, that's not Collins, that's Lawrence. Liam Lawrence with a 3-point bucket. Makes it a 19-point game. Full court pressure for St. Mary's, broken by Holy Cross. Gibbous. Ooh, I really thought he held that foot there, but the official, again, closer and has a different angle. Technically, but moves an inch. That's a turnover. Checking in for Holy Cross, we got Brody Oliveira and Michael Hartnett. In the front court is Pierce. Pierce looking for Collins, now finding Meninga. Meninga gonna take a long three, no good. Rebound Brody Oliveira. Brody gets it to Michael Hartnett. Ball knocked away, controlled by Marino. Marino gonna settle things down a little bit. Tries to get in front to Brody. Little too tall for Brody. And Coach Stonecipher over on the sidelines telling his players, slow it down. We're up by 19. We can afford to pull it back just a little bit. St. Mary's inbounds the ball. Meninga quickly, front court to Lawrence. Lawrence puts up another three, and it's up and good. 39-23, and this game isn't over quite yet, folks. Colton into the front court to Hartnett. Hartnett to Marino, back to Ritter. Now they're going to pull it back a little bit, play a little keep away. Ritter has the ball knocked away, gets it to Brody. Brody to Hartnett. Hartnett back up top to Marino. And we're going to get a foul. Trap by St. Mary's turns into a foul. I missed that foul. I think it was on Lawrence. And it is, so for Liam Lawrence, that's foul number 2. Reed Gray checks in. Daxel Collins checks out. Marino to inbounds, 2:13 left to play. Crusaders up by 16. Stonecipher top of the key, drives into the lane. That's going to be a big foul on Champ Daly on the reach-in.
That was on Liam Lawrence.
Oh, beg your pardon, that went on Lawrence. That's 3 for him. Stonecipher passes it to Hartnett. Hartnett to Marino. Marino to Stonecipher. He's going to dribble it back out to the top. To Marino, to Ritter. Ritter double team, ball knocked away. Knocked out of bounds though by Champ Daly. And Holy Cross inbound from right in front of their own bench. Inbound to Ritter. Ritter lost the handle. Ball knocked out of bounds though by St. Mary's. And Holy Cross to inbound again. Hartnett, ball's inbounded to Hartnett, back to Marino. Marino to Stonecipher. Again, the double team over to Marino. Hartnett, Stonecipher fakes the 3, pulls it back, up to Marino. Dribbles in, gonna get another foul on Lawrence, so that'll be 4 for Lawrence. Minute 37 left. Still a 16-point advantage for Holy Cross. Daxel Collins checks in for Lawrence with those 4 fouls. Marino to inbound. Gets it into Hartnett. Hartnett hands it off to Marino. Marino to Stonecipher. Stonecipher dribbles across. Now he's going to go back the other way. Now he's going to drive in toward the paint. Drops it off to Brody. Brody to Marino. Back to Stonecipher, top of the key. Minute 20 left to play. Triple team over to Marino. To Hartnett. Marino. To Hartnett. And we're going to get a foul on, I think that'll be Zane Pierce. I'll put Eli back at the free throw line for 2. That is 5 fouls in the quarter for St. Mary's. St. Mary's is going to empty their bench after this first free throw from Marino. Would expect to see Coach Stonecipher do the same. First shot for Eli is up and no good. AJ Benjamin going to go check in for Holy Cross. And checking in for St. Mary's. I think we've got Jacob Laritzen in there, Adrian Gill, Daxton Sullivan, Will Rinker, and Barrett Tessier. Hopefully I got that one right. Also going to have a couple more check in for Holy Cross. Going to have David Surratt and John Fletcher. Marino's second shot is up and no good. Ball out of bounds off of Brody Oliveira. And John and David check in. Colton and Braden get to take a seat. Great job by everybody today. Braden with the rebounds, Colton with the threes. And we're going to get a double dribble there on Adrian Gill. Turnover for St. Mary's. Surratt inbounds to Marino. Marino will take over at point guard duties. 1 minute left. Crusaders up 39-23, pass to Surratt. Surratt hands it off to Marino. Marino to Oliveira across the right side. Into Fletcher. Fletcher puts up a shot, no good. Gets his own rebound. Passes out to Oliveira, to Marino. Marino to Surratt. Surratt into Benjamin. Shot up, no good. Rebound Oliveira. Ball's going to be stolen by Gill. Gill into the front court. He's going to put up a three. It's going to be blocked by Brody. Oliveira with a block. Marino has control of the ball into the front court. Going to be fouled by Gill. One of those unfortunate situations where everybody just got tangled up a little bit. Gill looks like he might have gotten the worst of it when it's all said and done. So that's the first foul for Adrian Gill. Sends Eli Marino to the free throw line to shoot another pair. Eli with 11 points already today. Excellent outing from him. First shot is up and good. We'll get one more. Eli takes his dribbles. Gives the ball a spin, eyes the rim. Shots up, no good. Rebound St. Mary's. Will Rinker. Rinker brings the ball into the front court. Over the left corner. Shot is up and no good. Rebound controlled by Oliveira. Jump ball. Possession arrow St. Mary's. 10.6 seconds left. 40-33 Holy Cross. St. Mary's to inbound the ball. Is into Laritzin. Lost the handle ball out of bounds. Holy Cross 10.6 seconds away. Surratt inbounds to Marino. Marino will have to cross the timeline, but that will do it. And Holy Cross will be heading to the state championship game on Thursday at 7:30. If you can, make your way over to Normal Thursday night and cheer on these Crusaders. Excellent game from both teams. St. Mary's give them a little bit of a scare. Put up some early threes, but after that first quarter, Holy Cross really put the screws down defensively. And Holy Cross is guaranteed their best finish in school history, win or lose on Saturday. Second place would be their best finish Thursday. So come on out, watch on Thursday, and we'll be excited. Watch this team. We're going to take 2 minutes. We're going to put together a couple stats, and we'll come back and we'll wrap up this broadcast in just a couple minutes. All right, let's wrap things up. We'll get some stats for you, and then we will get you on your way. Let's start first with the St. Mary's Saints. They were led in scoring this afternoon by Daxel Collins. Collins hit 3 threes, 2 in the first half and 1 in the second half. Got 6 points out of Liam Lawrence, a couple of threes in the fourth quarter to make things a little bit interesting. 4 points for Graham Meninga, 2 points for Champ Daly, and 1 point for Reed Gray. The Saints were 6 of 30 from 3 for 20%, 2 of 9 from 2-point range for 32%, and overall from the field, 8 of 39 for 21%, did not attempt a free throw. No, sorry, they were 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Gray was 1 of 2. For the Crusaders, they were led in scoring this evening by Colton Stonecipher. He had 14, another 3 threes for him on the night. Got 12 points from Eli Marino, 8 points from Charlie Young, 6 of those coming in the second half. 4 points from Braden Ritter, and at least a half a dozen rebounds, if not 7 or 8. And 2 points also for Jack Skibbis and Michael Hartnett. The Crusaders were 4 of 13 from the 3-point line for 30%, 11 of 30 from 2-point range for 37%. Overall, 15 of 43 for 35%, and 6 of 12 from the free throw line for 50%. So, kind of like we talked about, St. Mary's has the ability to put some points on the board in a hurry. They did hit a couple of threes in the fourth quarter to make it a little bit interesting. But Holy Cross able to come out on top. Final score again, 40-23, 17-point victory for Holy Cross. Again, they'll play Thursday at 7:30 here at Normal Kingsley for the state championship. Hope everybody has a safe drive home if you're traveling. But otherwise, have a great night. If you're going to the STM Gala, enjoy yourself. Have a great night. God bless.